Overly professional. Oh, cool. I can have more than one. No. Not right now. I'll do that on my own time. But for now, I think it's best if we go back to my level 20 How Warlock that is dead. Because they turned the lights off. I really thought he was going to say that. Like, instead of saying your light is now ours, I thought he was going to say your light is now off. Is that weird? Did anyone else feel that? I don't really know. Well, anyway, this is pretty cool. The ship, very colorful. Destiny 1 lacked a lot of color. This is Earth. I'm surprised it looks very hopeful. Does that make sense? And I don't like this whole automatic non-push to talk. So let's go into the settings here. Key mapping. Okay. Push to talk. I want to change that to this. Yes! Now it's going to be like Overwatch. But, okay. So let's get out. Is it still... It's still doing it! I don't want that there. Maybe, okay. Settings. Okay. Gameplay? No. Profanity filter off. Text chat on, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Show real names. No. Always on, off in social spaces. What? Hey! Excuse me, what? I can't choose off in social spaces? Okay, whatever. Ooh, what's that? Oh, the little dot? Make that shit pink, thank you. PC default. Sound. Oh, here we go, voice chat. Push to talk on. Yeah, there we go. What's this? Yeah, leave it on. Manually, yeah, sure. Whatever. This is like the boring parts of Destiny. But it's good to see this stuff before you get into the actual game and you're like, what? How do I do this? Doing it now. So don't gotta worry about it later. Video, I changed VSync off because it kept maxing me at 60 frames and I know I could get more. Brightness, I still think it's fine. Oh, there's other stuff I don't know about. Key mapping. Okay, so I don't know what the freaking heck this stuff is, so we're gonna go through it one by one. WASD, normal controls. G, highlight player. I guess that means if you see someone else and you want to check out their profile, you just hit G. Emotes, arrow keys. Push to talk, I like it on 4 because I have buttons on my mouse and it's what I have for Overwatch. Return to orbit is, it looks like O, it could be 0. I'm going to say it's O. Fire, aim, melee. It's very strange. The melee is very strange because you already use your keys, your fingers for WASD, and then the C, you kind of have to like drop down, and it's weird because I'm coming from PlayStation 4, and there's not a game like Destiny that I play. I only play like F13, and you don't need to know all this melee, blah 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 blah. So yeah, reload, always R, light attack, heavy attack. I guess that means when I have my sword out. Block, again, sword. Jump, I knew that. Hold sprint, I don't know what that means. Toggle sprint, I know is shift already. Hold crouch, I don't know what that is. I know how to crouch. Class ability is V. Okay, so I asked my friend, he plays on console, and he told me that there's something that you can do now as a sun, like, okay, as a solar warlock. I forgot what it's actually called. I'm sorry. It's been a while. You have a class ability, which means you can either heal your team or increase damage. So that button is V. That's cool. Air move. I don't know what that means. Gonna have to check that out. E, it usually tells you on the screen to press E. Grenade is Q, which I'm so used to as my ultimate in Overwatch, but the super in Destiny's F. Lot of moving my pointer finger around, I noticed, because I'm going from D to like walk around to C, F, V. But that's fine. It's something I gotta get used to. So yeah, I don't know why they're changing what these are called, but on Destiny 1, I believe it's called, your primary weapon, your special weapon, and then your heavy weapon. So they didn't change this one, but it looked like they changed these two. I don't know why. I don't know what's kinetic about your first weapon. I don't know. But I don't use numbers. I just kind of use my little scroll thingy on my mouse. Vehicle looks pretty much the same. Fire a weapon like you do with the gun. Oh, a secondary weapon on the vehicle? That's new. Zoom in. I guess you can aim with the vehicle now. Brake and exit. Okay. This stuff, I don't know. So this is like your inventory. Deploy ghost. Yes, I need to know what that is. Tab. Okay, that makes sense. And then controls, it's fine. Look sensitivities, fine. Until I start noticing things, then I'll change it. Aim smoothing, I don't know what that is. I'll just turn it off. And everything else is great. So let's check out my character. So I never really named her yet. And it looks like she's female. I mean, I don't want to assume. I assume my characters are female because I'm a girl and I roleplay myself as the character. But I mean, I see little chest bumps. I don't know. Maybe they used Akira's, or I don't even know how to say her name. I know her first name is Amanda. I think they used her body for the Warlock since she's the Warlock master, I guess you can say. Last City Shell. I noticed that this ghost is beautiful. It's red and white, like most of the things that were destroyed were, which is weird because the Vanguard colors aren't red and white. That's New Monarchy. So I want to know, maybe they want us to focus more on New Monarchy, because I'm a Dead Orbit faction member, and I never really got into this whole red and white scheme. I think it's a little too Valentine's Day for me, but I do like that Ghost isn't just, you know, made of metal. It's like designed and it's dirty, you know, he's been through a lot, and that's pretty cool. So it's just random stuff, random shader. A shader is what makes him red and white. I haven't picked up a new one, so obviously there's none here. So I have 3 weapons here. I have a couple here. I don't know where these came from, honestly. Like, I just thought I came with automatically 1, 2, and 3. And I can switch to Void if I wanted to, but I want to max out my Solar first and then go to Void. So I really don't know what the hell this is, honestly. It's pretty cool, though, but wow. Like, look at all this stuff. I mean, it's not as much stuff as in Destiny 1, but it looks more intricate. So I'm not going to look at Void right now. I feel like I can do that another day when I actually focus on Void. So let's just look at Solar. So, Swift Strike. Strike an energy with a melee attack. So, this is when I'm in the sky. Okay, these lines are a little confusing. This is my super ability. It says it right there. This is where I get my cool sword, and I can just fly all over the place and just shoot my swords at people. This, I don't know what it's for. So I guess while I'm in my super, you follow this line, and you get this stuff. So I increase my reload speed. But that wouldn't make sense because I have a sword. But maybe I don't have to use the sword. I can dodge mid-air with X. I already knew. All supers do this already. Fire weapons and throw grenades while gliding. So I guess they're all equipped. That's why they're blue. I can't really just pick one. So I'm assuming this is my super, and while I'm in my super, I can do all these things. That's cool. Moving down to here, the different types of jumps. It looks like I unlocked all of them already, which is cool. So, in the previous videos, I jump and held down space so that I could glide, but that's not what it seemed to do. It seemed to give me a jolt up in the air and I would automatically glide, and for me to come down quickly, I would hit space again. So it says jump while airborne to activate glide and start a drift. Okay, so for this jump, you just hit space once, you're in the air, you glide. You don't have to hit it again unless you want to just drop. For this burst glide, so jump while airborne to activate glide and start an airborne drift with a strong initial boost of speed. That's what I thought I had on, but it was this. I'm more used to this, but I'd rather focus on getting better on, can't talk. I'm not going to speak English. I'm going to focus on working on this rather than going what I'm used to, because this is on PC now. I have to get used to new things and not just my little PS4 bubble. Now for this strong directional control, this reminds me of a Titan jump where they jump to where they want to go and they land. There's more control, I feel, with this one. For, what are these? Empowering rev? Okay, this is the V. So I could either increase their damage to enemies or heal them. I'm going to heal them. Because whenever I played on PlayStation, I would be a self-res warlock, and that was a way of just healing myself and also taking risks for my team so that I could damage someone or try and kill someone with no sort of consequence, because I could just die and use my super and come back. But if I could heal them while taking those risks as well, it would make me a better teammate. So I think I'm going to put the healing rift on, which binds to V. Can't forget that. And then my grenades. So I have solar grenade, firebolt grenade, and fusion grenade. These are all the same grenades from PS4, so I know how to use all of them. I do like fusion grenades because it attaches to the target. In the previous videos, I was already using the firebolt grenade, which means it releases a little sun, so enemies nearby would take damage and consistently keep that damage, whereas this grenade, it attaches itself to one enemy, it blows them up, and attacks the rest of the enemies. For solar grenade, it actually traps them. So it's like this one, but it doesn't let them just walk right through, if that makes sense. This, I have no idea what these are, but it says I need an upgrade point to do them. But it looks like the symbols are similar, so maybe I can switch them. So I'm not going to get too interested in these right now since I can't use them. Another thing I don't understand is, why am I power level 200? Does that have to do with my armor? Does that have to do with my weapons? Because I know in PlayStation 4, this was your light, how much light you had, and that did come from weapons and armor. But I don't see anything that says power on it. So it could just be, it can't be the level actually, because level 20. And then my power level's 200, and I don't understand why. That's very strange to me. So I'm not going to get too deep into which weapons, like the loadouts and what they're good for, because they're going to change. Obviously, this is an exotic, and I want to use an exotic, so I'm going to leave that there. For my primary, this was an auto rifle the whole time. It probably annoyed people. I was using it like a scout rifle, and I'm sorry. But you want whatever has the most attack, and they're all simple. I don't really like hand cannons. Maybe for PvP, but I might switch to a pulse rifle just